Hello everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you can hear me. It's been a while since I streamed, quite a while. Happy Mardi Gras. Well, thank you. Same to you, my friend. I've got a lot of news and a lot of really big kind of life-changing news too for me. And how we're going to do things. That dog opened the door. How'd that dog open that door? Unbelievable. But, just give me a second here. Let me take a sip of this. For the past 6 months, I've really backed off on the channel. And there's been a lot of indecision as far as what I was doing, and a lot of that had to do with the fact that I was sick. I was sick for a very long time. As a matter of fact, the last 4 years have been a total disaster as far as the channel is concerned, and just life in general. Things have been tough. But that's pretty much life. Which camera am I looking at? No, it's this one here. That's just life. You have ups and downs, and the ones that fight through it, the ones that... Are you guys talking out there when I'm live? You guys are awesome. Shut the door. It's bedlam here at the farm, that's for sure. We continue to fight forward. We continue to fight each and every day. Because of our strong belief of family and who we are and how we do things in life. We are people that the more you throw at us, the closer we get together and the more we overcome things. And for me, being sick and not taking my role as the leader of this family, it's not so much the role of it, but being able to perform my duties the way I expect has been hard. It has been hard. I can tell you as of today, that has changed. I am completely clear. I have one more doctor's visit on Friday and then I'm done. Trying to fight through this work, do this channel, and some of the other things I've had to do has been very, very challenging and hard. And for me, if it would have been so easy to just kind of roll up in the ball and say, okay, I just can't do this. But what kind of example would I have been to my kids? All the things that I tell you guys. If I say something, I have to back it up. And I've been able to do that. Okay, they're closing the door finally. I love this family. I swear, they drive me insane. That is not the news that I have. It's just, it sets up for what is coming. Okay, first of all, for me, to feel the way I did 5 years ago is great, and I'm starting to put things back together. as far as myself and things like that. And if you look at some of the videos, man, I mean, some of you must have been writing your condolence cards. But that's about to change. We're rebuilding the beast the way it should be. And it's affected the channel. I backed off quite a bit. You don't see as many videos. The growth of the channel has been absolutely stagnant. Not that mattered as much as it did. Why would anybody watch if I'm not giving you my best? I'm giving you my best at that time. I'm just not giving you what I've given over the years. We had a chance to get fiber cable up here. It cost us 10 grand, okay, to do it. My son needs it for his job and his school, so we had to put it out because the Starlink's great and everything, and we're still on the Starlink. As a matter of fact, within a month we should be fully functional with Comcast. They said anywhere from a month to about 5 weeks for the construction. And this farm is fully functional. Okay, so the internet was a big thing. We've overcome that. It's cost us. I'm going to have an auction this weekend to try to raise some money to put that money back. We had to take it out of our funds, and it hurt, but I'm not sitting here asking you guys for money. I'm going to do a big auction and try to see if I can cut into that a little bit. Any little bit helps. Either way, we'll overcome it. That's who we are. That's how we do things. We overcome things. Who keeps coming in and out? Oh, it's the Queen. So by doing this and overcoming this, that's one obstacle that we had to overdo. Now, the overworked hours, those were things that were a very big deal for me. And I have a chance and some changes that I hope will happen, that I will be able to possibly work remotely, which means I'll be here. So what does that mean? That takes like 5 hours out of my day. And that means I can devote more time to the channel, more time painting, more time working on things and taking care of the stuff that we need to do. And that's a big deal. That's a very big deal because it gives me the chance to really take care of the channel. And do it the way I want to do it. The last couple of weeks have been just insane. I had to take a couple certification tests. So for the last month, I have been studying night and day. I passed. That was a big deal for me. I've been at my job for for a very long time, and I want, at this age, I want to finish out my career where I'm at, and I have the opportunity to do that remotely. So we'll see how that goes. If that happens, it just changes everything. You don't realize what 5 hours is a day. To be able to create and come on live and do things and not be exhausted. It changes my whole schedule a bit. We get things done, and just being more productive and things like that. It's a very rare thing, and I think what you're going to see over the next couple weeks, hopefully, is more quality and more focused content. I've kind of put that into play. I think, making sure I know games has been a big thing, and just upping my game and making things better for all of us. So, I can help you make smart decisions, hopefully. For those of you that may have the same taste as me, to be able to have the wherewithal to really get things back to where they should be. And the way I always consider myself one of the hardest working guys in this. And I take a lot of pride in that. Bringing you guys, a lot of videos on a lot of different subjects. We were, during COVID, when there was the lockdowns, I made sure I streamed every single day so you guys didn't go crazy. And I did that close to like 70 days, as well as tape a whole bunch of videos. That's what I like, and I still have an unbelievable passion for this. And I'm still getting sent things. Just came the other day, Drop Drive. Really neat little game that we're going to be taking a look at. It's kind of a 4X thing, and it's really cool looking, and does some things that in that little box. There's a lot of game, and I have a chance to keep up and study on this stuff, and do more. And for me, that's like such a great thing, and I'm finally starting to feel that after all this time, that I'm coming back and starting to be myself, and have a chance to excuse me. I ate a peanut butter cracker beforehand, and be able to do these things. And if you're looking for bad news, you ain't going to get any here. This for me, for the first time in a long time, is some really powerful stuff for me. Excuse me for a second. Where I feel for the first time in a long time in control of my destiny again. And it's a thing where you have to keep fighting. I keep on telling you guys that, you get hit, you got to keep going forward. You got to keep going forward. You just can't give up. And there were plenty of times when I just got to a point, I go, man, is it really worth it doing this channel? But I just can never let it go. And I just don't think it's in the cards. So we made the big investment. I now will have the time to do what I feel is the kind of content that will benefit this. And just being, the guy that you see in those earlier videos, I think it's for me very rewarding. We've gotten nothing but great news the last week or so. Speaking of which, if some of you have seen my Instagram or my X, I guess it's called now. I very rarely put things on there except for painted stuff or things that I do. But, or matter of fact, on this page, on Rob's Tabletop World, if you take a look, we got 3 baby cows. One was on Thursday night, which we had a heart attack over. The second was Saturday morning, and then one yesterday. And we have 2 more cows that we think are pregnant, but got hit on a different cycle, to be honest with you. And it's an amazing accomplishment to experience that. You get a farm and you put all this passion and work, and you care for those animals, like they're your own children, and you respect, the chickens and the cows and everything for what they are and how beautiful they are, and you watch them give birth, and you feel helpless, but you just pray that everything goes well. And I think we're doing a really good job. Now, we're waiting for the vet to come out to make, we didn't know what we were getting into, but we put everything that we had into this, emotionally, physically, building things and doing things and everything into this farm because it was so important to the family. And it's starting to show. We have two boys and a girl. Elsie gave birth to a girl, and I in my shorts, if you look, I have shorts on the bottom. You'll see the progression of each one. Pickles had a boy, and Scarlet had a boy, and now probably about another 3 weeks. I think we're going to have two more. So you go from 5 to 10, and the idea is to grow the farm here, and get our own breed of cows here that we can rely on, so we can make milk and cheese and all the things that we need, and to sustain ourselves the way we are, the way with the chickens, and just giving animals, these wonderful creatures, a wonderful life. I mean, if you can do that, you're doing a great service. So we've still got a lot to learn, and there's more things that we have in store, but it was one of those weekends where I wanted to come on Sunday, but there was just too much going on, and being a first time grandfather, I guess, to the cows, it was nerve-wracking, but also when you see them and you see how they go through the process, it's such a rewarding thing. It shows how much we've put our heart and souls into these animals. I'm going to read some of these comments. Happy Mardi Gras. Thank you, New York Raider fan. Play till it hurts. Hi, Rob. Hear you loud and clear. Good, because I've been talking, and I hope I haven't been wasting my breath. Morpho says hi, Rob and everyone else. TT for life, my bro. Hello, Rob. Good afternoon, everyone. Aaron says, great news. Congratulations, Rob. Lars, looking great, Rob. I can honestly say for the first time in 4 years, I'm feeling great. And that's a great thing. Play till it hurts. Hail to the queen. I think she's aggravated, so farm stuff. Alexis says hello. What did I miss? You missed that no more doctor's appointments. Was worth the 30 grand that I put out to get myself back to where I should be. And then the possibility of working from home means more time to the channel, and we can get back to where we were, where I felt we needed to be. And then just go forward and see what happens with the channel, and that's a good thing. That really is. For publishers, for designers, we will be taking anything that you want to get to us. If I think it's something that'll fit the channel, we're more than willing to do whatever we can to help anybody and bring you guys more content, because now we can. We took so much of that time off over the last couple of years, and just tried to keep things afloat, and we did, and we kept fighting, and here we are, where I feel I'm back to a point where we can really fight back. All of the internet problems are going to be gone very soon. With the fiber that we're going to be running up here, it's going to cost, but it'll help my job, which is the most important. It's going to help my son's job, his schooling, the kids' schoolings, and so forth and so on. That's great news. You're getting back to your former self, Rob. Yes, I am, and it really is. Oh, yay, then, says Brett. Ricky, how are you? Hello, Rob. Hope you are well. I'm doing all right. Looking great, thank you. I'm feeling great. How are the calves? Keeping you busy? Oh God, yeah. It's like panic mode. And we weren't expecting them for at least another month. And here in Florida, you know, there is a threshold for calves, and that's 38 degrees. I don't know what that works out to in Celsius, but 38 degrees here is kind of that point where you got to be very, very careful. Fortunately, we've gotten a little warming trend. We do have one night that it's going to get to about 45, but since they're all here and they're getting stronger, we're doing really, really well. And for that's just a great thing, great thing. And we're getting there. Mamas are taking care of everybody. Everybody looks great. Everybody's doing well. No, I mean, you're surprised at how much they just kind of find their way in just a day. And the cute little buggers, like I said, I put up a video last night of all three. And everybody's trying to figure out, because it's kind of a realignment of the pack. Everybody had their little pecking order, and then you add three babies into it. Some of the moms kind of slick back a little bit, and there's kind of this weird dynamic going on where they're trying to figure things out. But I think everybody's doing really well. Nobody's aggressive, nobody's being stupid, and it's just going really, really well. Mace, glad to hear that you are feeling better. Love the channel. My 8-year-old loves the cow videos. Oh, that's great. We've got plenty more stuff coming that you're going to see as we learn. You guys will join us for the ride, and I think that's what's most important. The original Nuck Norris just walked in the door. Oh, okay, it's my pal. Good friend. I had to ask him a question, but it's not a big deal. Don't know what's happening, but yay. Okay, I'll give you some cliff notes at the end too. Marcino just joined. Don't know what's happening, but something good, and that's good. Yeah, it is. Nature is beautiful at times, says Play Till It Hurts. Great to see you looking good. Thank you. Oh, glad you're feeling great. I am. And Christopher Smith says, looking great, and I sound great. Well, that's good. It has been one of those things that I can tell you, to sit here right now and just kind of for once see the finish line is just, it really is. I mean, there were so many times I just wanted to throw my hands up in the air and just give up, and I wouldn't. And I feel really, really good, and I'm hoping that the coming months that everything just keeps going the way it is, and that we're able to just do a lot of things together as a group, and be able to share some of the things. I always hope in Stride, and not because he's just here, but I always prayed that I can make some videos that people look at and go, wow, that really made me want to buy that game because it was showcased so well. And Ricky Royal, Box of Delights, if you don't belong, then I don't know what planet you're from. You should be part of his channel, and this guy should have 200,000 people following him, because there's just something special that when you watch a video of his and how he plays things and how he showcases things, it makes you want to run out and get it. And one of my favorite card games, or companies I get card games from, is All or Nothing. Tristan has made some incredible things, and finally I'm going to have time to catch up, because I've got to do call of Killforth, but go check out Ricky's video. You know, that's a tremendous video. And if it doesn't make you run out and buy that game, I don't know what else will. There's just I've always hoped that, you know, the work that I did was able to help people find things in a day and age when money's tight, games are more expensive, you have to be smarter with your money, and you know, you want to help. I don't want to give you a cheap sell job. If I don't love something, I'm not going to go crazy over it. You know, yesterday I did Dungeon Saga Origins. You know, it's okay. It's good. Am I screaming from the top of the roof? No, I understand what they tried to get across, and I think that's a good thing. They done some fantastic things with this, and upgrades and stuff like that, and I really like it, and we'll showcase it even more. I promise you that. So you get a good feel on what you want to do. Remember another thing, our tastes aren't all the same. There are some things I love. Tom Vassell, who, you know, a guy that you know, I consider a friend and everything, he hated Escape from the Dark Castle. I loved it. He hated it. I loved it. Does that mean that I don't like the same things he does? No, there's plenty of things that we like together. But, you know, getting a couple different views from somebody that doesn't like something to somebody that does like something, it really kind of gives you guys a chance to go, okay, I kind of figured this all out, you know, and it's a great thing, because good content, not sell jobs, but good content. And I don't think there's anybody better than Ricky. That's for doggone sure. It has been an inspiration for many a year. Let's take a look at these comments. Nature's beautiful at times. We got you for that. Look great, sound great. 67-year-old loves the Cavs too. Well, that's good too. Dilated Beholder. That's actually a pretty cool name. I got to admit it. Good health to your family, Rob. Looking forward to seeing the rest of your shelves. Still can't believe you got a sealed copy of Gears of War. Right over there. We got another video going up this Friday. And you know, I think it's a lot of fun to kind of talk about the shelf and, you know, a shelf and what it means to me and the things that mean to me on it. I think it's, you know, just something a little different. Ricky's videos are top notch. Yep, that's what I've been yapping about for the last 15 minutes. My Greek grandfather once won a cow in a poker game. Oh, this is going to be good. The picture of him and his trophy was in our living room back in the days on a poor Greek island. A cow was a big thing. You know something? That's a great story. That's a great story. First of all, you know, cows are so expensive. And to bring some into the world and, you know, make them our own, I think it's just a great thing. Rob, you always make me buy what you show. My wallet will testify to that. LOL. Cheers, Rob. Much appreciation. Tristan Hall or Nothing has Creole Manor coming soon. You will love it. Hope you get a copy. Fantasy theme with some great looking card play. Oh, man. This guy, I can't wait. You know, I've been so busy with a lot of things. I'm going to definitely follow up on it. I knew it was coming. A matter of fact, I had chatted with his wife and I was very excited about it. Things just been so busy. I'm actually about 2 weeks behind. That video will go up next week on Call of Killforth. What, I mean, anything this guy touches is just glorious. And nice people, good people, great company, so thorough, so smart, so gifted, beautiful art, thematic grabbing. And then, you know, you have a guy like Ricky play the game, you know, live on the channel. Not live on the channel, but taped on the channel, and you watch it and you feel that game. And wow, what a combination. just fantastic. And it's hard to compete with that, but you want to know something, you do the best you can. You show your view of it, and you just so thankful that there's people like Ricky out there, and I am. And one day in this life, I swear, I hope that we can get together, share a beer or a Diet Coke, whatever, together, and just get to talk. And I think we would talk a good long time, because this is a guy that for me has meant a lot to me. And I don't shy away from it. How many times do you hear another channel talk about another channel as much as as I do about him and a couple of my other friends that I really just respect. Just so you know, you've sold me a few games. You even got me into wargaming. Well, thank you, Clinton. I really appreciate that. And if as long as I can keep doing that, there's purpose for this channel. So long as I can keep moving people, and I think that's what it really comes down to. And having the time now to invest again, and not running myself ragged and wiping myself out, being able to give you guys what you deserve. I mean, there's don't get me wrong, there are plenty great channels out there, a heck of a lot better than mine, but I just feel that there is a small group of people that watch, and for them, if it brings them happiness, then something. I've done I've done great work. Then, if somebody smiles, if you can make somebody smile, once a day, then you've done an amazing thing. If you make somebody, Jimmy Valvano said it, and nobody said it better. If you can move somebody to tears, make them laugh, or make them think, then you've had a heck of a day. You've had a heck of a day. Really think about that. Really think about those words. And I've thought about those words, for so many years since he passed. He was a coach, for those of you who may not know. He was a basketball coach, and he was a very passionate man. His faith and everything, he had gotten brain cancer and passed away. But before he passed away, he made this like immortal speech. But also he had said so many things in that thing that if you're standing someplace and you're about to, unfortunately pass away, inevitably, what do you say to a bunch of people? Well, he was given the words to say it, and I'll tell you, it was just it came from his heart. And they're things that I never ever forgot, and I live by. I tell the story here quite a bit. One of the biggest fears I've always had about going to conventions was disappointing someone. One of my favorite things was a comic book. I had a hard time reading when I was a small child. Well, when I was young. And I had this comic book, and the guy was going to be at a local convention. And I went, and I waited in line. And that saying, never meet your heroes. Well, I brought it to the particular writer, and I said, this book saved my life. As a young boy, I read it a million times, and it helped me want to read more. And I wanted him to sign the cover. I didn't care how much the book was worth, whatever, He looks up, looks down, signs it. He goes, well, I made the book for kids anyways. And grabbed the book from the next person. And it was kind of disappointing because, I'm sure you heard those things 1,000 times. But I never wanted to be that guy. So every time I see somebody, either, you get a hug from me, or, you get, when you say nice things, it's hard for me to take. But I've always tried to be as gracious as I possibly could, because it means so much that when somebody takes the time out of their day to say that you've done something that moved them. And like I told you, that's one of the things. If you can move somebody, if I can make you laugh a little bit, remember when Cthulhu Kitty used to walk up and down here, or my grandkids put a smile on your face, or the tiger, we kind of lose our minds and we do the tiger thing, and anything to just have fun and just make your day. If I'm able to do that, I've really lived a full life, and a good one at that, and I'm just blessed. Let's see. Just so you know, I had read that. Christopher says, "Bring me happiness for sure." Well, thank you. Christopher Smith says, "I often rewatch that video, that speech." That and the Charlie Chaplin one really gets me. Talking about how beautiful life can be. Doug Johnstone, "I love your taste in games and appreciate when you show off paper games like 4 Against Darkness." I really enjoy showing them off, and it's just a lot of fun for me. Play Till It Hurts, "We're all stars. We just need a space to shine." Yeah, I just like to think I'm just one little itty bitty star amongst a ton of bright stars in the constellation. Little star in the shape of a Seahawk. But one of the big things for me is a lot of closure in the last couple of weeks that I can't talk about yet until a certain individual takes care of something. And that'll be a whole 2 hours to talk about. That's for doggone sure. Because there's been a lot of changes in my life personally that have been really wonderful. And I don't feel alone anymore the way I used to. There's just been so many great things that have happened over the last 6 months as I fought through so much. I believe the intestinal fortitude to keep going, the unbelievable. I never heard the Chaplin. Gonna check it out. Yeah, Charlie Chaplin speech. Check it out. It really is, and listen to it. It came at a time where he took a lot of criticism for it, but if you really listen to what he just tries to say, how, I don't want to ruin it for you, because just listening to it is emotional. It's a very, very strong thing. And what was the other one that I really stood out to me? Oh God, he was a scientist. The Carl Sagan thing. When he talks about our planet and what we are on it, which is really nothing. And we think too much of ourselves, but we should just think about caring for one another. And it's one of the things that this channel has tried to do over the years through charity and through numerous other things. Yeah, I can be a little stubborn at times, or when somebody pushes, I push back. Maybe I should just take a higher road at times and be more, but I'm a human being, and we all make mistakes, don't we? But if we're not trying to be better ourselves each and every day, then it's a waste of a life. It really is. And each and every day that I've gone through so much to get to this point, to be at this moment in front of you guys and say, hey, something, things are good and we're going to go forward. I can't I can't tell you how much it means to me to be able to do this today, because it's something I dreamt of. And I said, oh God, I can't wait to just have that one day where I can just come in front of everybody and say, for once it's going to be all right. We're going to be okay. And we're just going to go forward unlike any other time that we have. And we are going to, I'm trying to figure out what this is for. We're going to really shine and do the best we can. Doesn't mean, we're looking to get everybody to come here and hit that subscribe button, which we hope you do. It doesn't mean that, we're going to get 1 billion views. It ain't going to happen. But, what we get means everything to me. And we're just going to do the best we can to facilitate and make you guys smile. And just have great lives. Let me see, where am I? Just so you know, yeah, I got that. Doug, we read. I read Play Till It Hurts. Christopher says, I never heard the chaplain. Okay, I read that. Oh, Ricky says, we love your live playthroughs. Honest to goodness gaming. The four Against Darkness ones were cracking. Oh, thank you, brother. That means, coming from you, that is probably the highest praise I can ever get. And it means the world to me. Thank you so much. I got that sheet down there. I got the mat here. It might be something that we start doing real soon. I got about another week till I kind of get everything kind of ironed out. And, you're going to see more of me live, and then, a month from now, expect to see me live a real lot, because, we're finally, the farm will have everything that it needs, from solar to well water to we grow our own crops. We grow our own eggs and milk and cheese, and, we're self-sustaining. We have our own battery backup system for everything. To deal with all the stuff in Florida here, we really are headed in a direction that, it's taken 4 years to get to this point, and I'm ecstatic about it, and I keep talking about it because, I've fought and waited a long time to get to this. To finally be healthy, to finally smile a bit, to finally have time to devote to a passion. I want to get outside too. I want to be able to, to hit a ball, 500 feet, which I'm doing. I want to go, be at the gym every day. I want to do all kinds of things, but this is also a foundation of who I am as well. Painting, my arm's getting stronger. I've got a lot of the feeling back. I can start painting again, without it hurting after an hour. Just so many positive and wonderful things. I really am blessed. I'm blessed for all of you and everything that you, those of you that stuck here and have supported this channel throughout. I wish there was something I can do. Maybe I'll think of something, but I will tell you this much. Just remember this day, February 13th, right before Valentine's Day, and I haven't got anything for the Queen yet, because we've been too busy dealing with baby calves. But I'm going to run out tomorrow and last minute do it. Well, at least Christmas I wasn't last minute. You know what I mean? I had everything all figured out. She picked it out. I did do some things behind the scenes. But, yeah, I'm in desperation mode tomorrow, but I got an idea. And we'll go with it. It's Valentine's Day. Every day's Valentine's Day. I'm such a gift. Actually, that woman, you know, I had to take this certification test, and it was so important. And I'm going to tell you a little story because that's all I do is I tell stories. You know, things are good when I'm telling you stories. And my job really depended on it, and there was a lot of pressure with it because if you didn't have this certain thing, um, they were looking to cut people basically after all these years, and I studied and I studied. I mean, day and night, day and night. And the problem is that when I get nervous with my diabetes, which is a result from the COVID, that my sugar shoots up and everything starts getting foggy, and I start, you have to reread things like 15 times. So she had taken the morning off to go with me and just go with me and try to support me. And of course, I'm a complete wreck. So we go to have breakfast, and then we go to the parking lot. And, I never let my family down. And I said, man, I got to do this. I can't fail it. Everybody that had taken this test had failed it. Okay. And we're like, okay, we don't know what we're going to do. We're probably going to have to find other jobs. And I didn't want to put myself in that position, especially since I was interviewing for within the company, within the government, for this other position. So we're sitting in the car, and she could tell I'm a wreck. Well, on my dashboard there, I've been listening to audiobooks because the biggest problem with my job is that, you go put in 9 hours at a place, but it's 2.5 hours one way, 2.5 hours back. And at my age, there's, it's kind of hard to change a career like that, how do you start over in your 60s? I mean, you can, but you're never going to achieve the amount of success that you need. So this was very important. So like I said, every day I either I listen to a podcast or I started listening to an audiobook. Now, this audiobook particularly was something that has been spanning for 40 years for me to actually finish this book. I read the comic book. There was a company called Innovations, and they had put out a book, a comic, the first 5 issues of a 6-issue series. And what happened was the company folded up, and they never put out the 6th issue. Now, this was based off a book. They would do things like Anne Rice's Vampire Lestat, and they used to do The Mummy from Anne Rice, and a bunch of other books that they took from actual novels and would paint these beautiful books. And the one I had read and I always wanted to finish was On a Pale Horse by Piers Anthony. So she goes, what are you listening to? I said, I just decided I never finished the end of the book, the comic book, and I explained the whole thing that the company went under. And when I went to go read the book, I read it halfway through, and then, life happens and so forth and so on. I never finished reading the book. So I said, something? I'm driving all this way, back and forth. I go, why don't I listen to the audiobook? And I finished it yesterday, matter of fact. But she asked me, so, oh, really? So what's it about? So I start telling her what the whole book's about and where I'm kind of where I'm at, giving her kind of a brief synopsis of it. She goes, wow, that's really interesting. And I go, yeah, it is. And I found that I was calmed down. And I didn't say anything till after the test. I go, did you point that out? You weren't really interested in that, but you wanted me to explain it to you so I would settle down. And she just looked at me with that fiendish little blonde hair smile of hers. So then, before I went in, she shot me up with insulin. So even if I, so my even if I got nervous, my sugar would stay and I can concentrate. And my mom had passed away a few years ago. Um, and I never got to say goodbye to her. As a matter of fact, it's a whole story that we'll save for another time. But, I looked to the heavens and I said, if I could just get your birthday, the cutoff was 700. If you can get a 700, you'll pass this test. And all I wanted, I said, just give me your birthday, 7/16, and we'll be good. I went in and took the test, and then at the end they make you take this survey. And it's about 15 pages long. So you finish the test and now you're doing a survey. I don't care about the survey. Again, I'm like, yeah, I used your materials. Yeah, I did this. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did this. Next page. How tall are you? Do you smell? Do you eat cabbage? Do you, you're asking me about 1,000 questions that I don't want to answer. Then I finally clicked the last button and I looked down and I kind of looked up and I saw I passed with a 7/19. Now the 19th is my birthday. So we got her month and my birthday. So, I think she was looking out for me a bit. And I went out and my wife got out of the car. And it was the first time in a long time, and to be honest with you guys, I sat there, when I passed, I actually kind of welled up a bit. And, I'm not somebody that cries or is overly emotional. But it was so hard, with diabetes and everything that I've been through physically. And, I preach to my kids that you fight and you fight and you fight and you make it happen. You work hard. And I did. And it caught up with me a bit, and I raised my hand and the lady came over and signed me out. And, she could tell I was kind of upset. And when we left the thing, I said, I made it. She goes, oh, thank God. She goes, so does that mean you're not going to come see me again? She goes, ma'am. I went, ma'am, I hope you don't take this personally, but I hope I never have to see you again. And she laughed, and I walked out to the car. And she got out of the car and she looked at me. And I looked up at her and she says, you passed. And she ran over and she started crying and sobbing. And the only thing and we're hugging each other for about 5 minutes because it was really important, because it could have been life-changing if I failed. And she turned and she's sitting there crying in the middle of a parking lot. And anybody that was going in and out of this college, was probably thinking, oh my God, this poor guy probably failed this test. They were probably feeling bad when it was just tears of relief and happiness from her. And it was just, it's something I don't think I'll ever forget. Because it just shows the support that the Queen gives me all the time and how important she is in my life and how, just to kind of put it into perspective how much, how close knit of a family we are, and how no matter what you throw at us, how strong and how hard we'll fight back. And that's what this is all about, from the channel and everything that I've been through and everything I share with you. It's been hard for you guys, and I really feel bad. A lot of times you've had to sit through, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm burnt out. I can't do this. Nobody's watching, this, that, and the other. And, it's for me, in a way, it's almost therapy to say it. But to finally just come here and just go, you want to know something? What is down must go up, and what is up must come down at some point. But, the balance is shifting the other way. And we're going to take advantage of it. We're going to ride the lightning bolt as long as we can. And we're going to have some fun with it. So just nothing but from my health to some changes in my personal life to equipment changes to the cows, the farm, everything just really starting to take that turn up, which I'm just grateful for. I'm blessed for, and I'm going to tell you something. I couldn't be happier. And you guys, those of you that watch, those of you that follow and support the channel, I can't thank you enough for your support, for your undying loyalty, and I really do try to do everything I can to bring the best here, to give you the best. You know, when I do auctions, I try to make sure that you guys can afford it, and bring you and give you guys some really great product, and just expect more and more of it going forward. And did I talk for a whole hour? I sure did. I thought this was going to be a half-hour thing, but you know me, I got to run my gob until I have to force myself out. Chris Peach, love seeing you. Love to see you. Love and smiling again, my man. Thank you, Chris. Doug Moore, listened to many Piers Anthony series like the Xanth series, which were very good, and the Infinity Incarnations. I meant Red. I am happy for you, Rob. Thank you, Alexis. And you want to know something? I hope my happiness reaches out and makes you guys happy, and that's important to me. So get ready for a wild ride. You know, things are just going to go up from here. I'll be back on Sunday with a nice live video, and we'll talk about some things. We'll get ready, and I'll let you know what's coming. Got more videos. You got another video coming out this week, and I think I got another one on Saturday. But expect to see more videos throughout the week. You know, I don't want to overcrowd it, but I also want to make sure that we are getting the content that we need out. Or you know, as long as I have something to say, we're going to put it on tape. And as long as you guys listen, I'll be here. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for listening to this. It's helped so much. It's just a great day, and I feel very blessed. I've always have. And if this teaches anybody anything, just never give up. Never, ever, ever, ever give up, and just keep fighting. Eventually, things will turn around. You just have to have faith in yourself, and one of the most important things that you ever could, and that's hope. I always hoped that things would turn around. I always hoped that I'll get to see a lot of you again at a convention, and I always hope that I'll be here for as long as I can, and as long as you have hope, nothing can stop you. These good vibes helped me greatly today. Well, thank you, Christopher. That means a lot. Steve, thank you. Thank you. Play Till It Hurts. Today's stream cheered me up. Rob, thanks. Well, I'm glad. And hopefully we could just bring happiness. Nothing but happiness. There'll be bumps. There always is in life. But if we could just keep trying and give everything that we got and leave it on the table at the end of the day, just be satisfied that you did, and everything will be okay. I love you all. I will see you very, very soon. Be honest with you, I think I'm going to tape a few things and get that on board here. What am I doing here? Okay. And the most important thing is we'll be back. For those of you that maybe didn't want me to come back, oh, sorry, I am. Glad to hear things are looking up, brother. Thank you, preacher. Guys, I love you. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.